Welcome to Raptor Recap, where we take a look at what happened in Raptor Nation for the week of January 26th, 2020. Mother Nature cooperated this week, so we had a full week of school and activities. The Western Valley Conference Wrestling Tournament was held in Kingsley on Monday. Our wrestlers finished 4th as a team. Individual honors went to Trey Pruce, 6th place, Gary Juliff's 5th, Connor Pinkinky and Alan Brenner 4th place, Brody Lowenfloren and Jake Breifokel 3rd, Xander Ernst, Brecken Conover, and Chance Hansen took 2nd, with Lucas Else finishing the night in 1st. Saturday, our wrestlers headed back to Kingsley for the Kingsley Pearson Wrestling Tournament. Jack Henderson, Damian Garcia, and Alan Brenner finished 5th, Logan Pinkinky, Brody Lowenfloren, and Chance Hansen finished 4th, Jake Breifokel finished 3rd, and Lucas Else finished 2nd. Way to go, Raptors! The end of the regular season in basketball is finishing up. Our varsity girls teams hosted their last regular season game on Monday night in Schaller. Varsity girls won over Arweva 58-26, and our boys won 67-35. Thursday night, our basketball girls traveled to Sloan to take on the Rebels of Westwood in the first round of Western Valley Conference Tournament. JV girls lost a close one 17-21, and the varsity girls won 50-41. They improved their record to 9-7 and will play again Monday night in Mobile against Woodbury Central. JV girls will start at 6, with varsity to follow around 7. Friday night, our basketball boys started Western Valley Conference Tournament play by traveling to Sioux City to take on the Eagles of Siouxland Christian. JV boys won 55-39 and varsity lost 43-51. Their record drops to 6-11 as they take on the Wildcats of Woodbury Central in the consolation bracket Tuesday night in Holstein. JV boys will start at 6, with varsity to follow at about 7. Good luck to all of our basketball players this week. The Ridgeview Archers were up bright and early Saturday morning and made their way to Sergeant Bluff to shoot in 2 tournaments, Winter Warrior Bullseye Tournament and the Winter Warrior 3D Tournament. They shot school records in both tournaments, 3,236 in the Bullseye and 1,638 in the 3D. Our archery team qualified for the state tournament in Des Moines in March in both 3D and Bullseye. Top finishers for the day in Bullseye were Alexis Turnquist, Rayanne Volkert, and Cassandra Allen for the girls, and Alan Brenner, Caden Beatty, and Owen Brent for the boys. Top finishers in 3D were Cassandra Allen, Alexis Turnquist, and Beth Bailey for the girls, and Cam Spina, Caden Beatty, and Ben Spina for the boys. Congratulations! One of our classroom visits last week took us to Mr. Hickman's Spanish class. After studying environmental vocabulary, Spanish 3 students had to make posters explaining the benefits or disadvantages of various environmental factors. Windmills, solar panels, cars, smog are just some examples. Muy bueno. In Schaller, Mrs. Beatty's 2nd grade students examined how large structures like houses are built from smaller pieces. In the activity Paper Towns, they designed their own structures using unconventional building materials, paper. Students built towers using 3x5 index cards and paper clips. First, they built tall towers, then they were challenged to build towers strong enough to support a hardcover book. Way to use those problem-solving skills. Mrs. Weiss's 2nd graders in Galva-Holstein are officially published authors. They received the first printing of their book, Bright Futures, last week. Congratulations! Back at the high school, Miss Pax's English class read the 1915 novella The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. The Metamorphosis tells the story of salesman Gregor Samsa, who wakes one morning to find himself inexplicably transformed into a huge insect, subsequently struggling to adjust to this new condition. Miss Paxa had the students collaborate as they worked on the assignment of drawing and then comparing and contrasting Gregor's traits through his metamorphosis. What creative students we have at Ridgeview. Mrs. Bassinius is teaching a new course this semester called Technical English. The class is intended for students who plan to immediately enter the workforce or technical school/program upon graduation from high school. It emphasizes technical communication skills, reading, writing, speaking, and listening, necessary for employment in the real world. Students in technical English have been discussing following directions versus winging it when constructing things. They recently worked together to construct a helicopter and a bulldozer. The students did follow directions, but in some spots they were able to simply look at the box's pictures and assemble without following the detailed directions. This allowed for some deep discussion on times that it's okay not to follow step-by-step directions and times that it's absolutely necessary to the proper function of the apparatus that the detailed directions be followed. They also discussed that in the workplace, following the boss's request is key to not only creating a quality product, but also maintaining a good work relationship and staying employed. With that said, if you have recently purchased something that was just labeled "some assembly required," let the technical English students help. Just contact Mrs. Basinius at the high school. Your students would love to put their skills to work for you. Mrs. Kaufmill's transitional kindergarten students had fun creating a snowman video using the green screen. If you haven't seen it yet, go to our YouTube channel and check it out. We ended the week with speech night on Saturday night. What a fun night watching our talented thespians perform in front of their faithful supporters. We wish all of our speechies the best of luck as they head to state competition on Saturday in Lamars. Go Raptors! Thanks for watching this week's episode of Raptor Recap. We appreciate the continued positive support from our parents, communities, and fans. Working together, we will provide a bright future for all of our students.
Well, Mr. Jefferson.
Mr. Adams, leave me alone!
Mr. Jefferson.
I beg you, I haven't seen my wife in 6 months.
And we solemnly declare that we will preserve our liberties, being of one mind that we will die free men rather than live slaves. Thomas Jefferson, of necessity 1775, magnificent! You write 10 times better than any man in Congress, including me. Now then, sir, will you be a patriot or a love? No!
But I burn, Mr. A.
So do I, Mr. J.
You do? John.
Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Jefferson. I'm only 41, I still have my virility. I will alter Cupid's drone with great agility. But life is more than sexual combustibility.
Bustability, bustability. Come on, bustability!
You will write to Mr. J.
And who will make me, Mr. A?
I.
You.
Yes.
How?
By physical force, if necessary. It's your duty, man. Your duty.
Mr. Adams, damn you, Mr. Adams. You're obnoxious and disliked, that cannot be denied. But once again you stand between me and my lovely bride. Mr. Adams, you are driving me to homicide. Homicide, homicide. Quiet!
Mr. Jefferson, the choice is yours. Do as you like with it.